Good afternoon, Houston. This is attorney Anthony Push from the Push and Win Law Firm, wishing you all a safe drive home. But in the event you do get involved in an accident, you know who to call. 833-PUSH-WIN. We push, you win.
104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
Speaking of Sam, you saw this on Instagram. I think I've seen this too as well, like where you just have to name 2 words and people have got to guess the state that you're from.
We have the audio you can play that you shared with me.
Yes, I think her name is Mo, and this is what she had to say.
So tell me what state you're from with 2 words without saying the state's name.
Well, where do I start? Lone Star, don't mess, my exes, yeehaw, cowboys, Bucky's. Need I say more?
Cowboys. Cowboys is one word.
I guess
is one word.
It's hyphenated. It's hyphenated, yeah.
Sure. That's funny.
So 713-390-KRBE. We have a bunch of people lined up. Tell us 2 words about that state.
Once they do it, then we have to write down. Don't shut it out.
Yes,
Right away.
everybody in the room is
See
going to
what
write
we
down what we think, and then we'll see if we're correct. We're starting with Jennifer. Good morning, Jennifer.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, fantastic.
Feeling good. Happy Monday. Tell us the 2 words, and then we'll go around the room and we'll guess the state.
Okay, diamonds and ducks.
Diamonds and ducks?
Oh, man.
Yep.
All right.
Damn.
No idea. I took a guess here with the second one.
Diamonds and ducks.
I say Oregon. What
No.
did I say? Oh, okay.
Not Oregon?
Nope.
They have a
Not
team of
Oregon.
ducks there?
Yeah,
the Oregon
Ducks.
Oh.
Washington.
Nope.
Oh, we're out.
I'm just throwing out a state.
New York.
No.
You're out.
I'm going Montana. I don't know. Montana?
No.
No, I don't know.
Ryan, what do you guess?
Not a clue. Florida?
No.
What is
like a
it?
Dakota or something?
Okay, it's the only state that you can go and dig your own diamonds, and that would be Murfreesboro, Arkansas. And it's the duck capital of the world, Stuttgart, Arkansas.
is?
Yes.
I never. Why did ducks go?
I had no
See,
idea.
I would have guessed it better if you said married your cousin.
That's not 2 words. That's 3 words.
Married cousin.
Diamonds and ducks. Who knew? Arkansas is the duck capital of the
I'm going to go get some
World?
diamonds.
Yes.
Wow.
You should
that
have
was
said
tricky.
Clinton governor.
That'd be too easy.
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be too easy.
Well, that
No,
would
I
be too
love what she
easy.
said.
Yeah.
I love what she said.
I love it. We learned
Yeah,
something.
Because
That
then I was
really
thinking
good.
one of those states where you can go, like, pan for gold or whatever,
Yeah.
like dig for
Yeah, you
diamonds.
could. It's the only one. I think in any of the Americas, you can dig your own diamonds.
That's cool. Well, there's
Do you think they
reason to
throw
go.
them out there? Do you think they have diamonds? They throw them out there to keep people interested in.
Well, they're in
No,
in-
no,
no,
no.
no.
No,
It's
the
got
reason
a
people are going
big
to come to
vein of
Arkansas,
them.
let's sprinkle a few diamonds out in the woods.
But they're not. They're not finished diamonds.
No,
They're
they're
rough
rough.
diamonds.
No,
You
they're
don't
right.
know it's a diamond until they clean it up.
Got it.
You know
then
what I
they
mean?
have to cut it.
Thank you, Jennifer. That was a great
You
one.
got us all. That was good.
Arkansas,
All right.
diamonds and
All right.
ducks.
All right, next one.
All right.
Have a great Monday. We're gonna go to Lindsay. Hello, Lindsay.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
Lindsay. What are the 2 words you want to give us? And we'll
2
guess what
words that
state.
describe your state.
I think I've made mine too easy, so I'm going to say Great Lakes.
All right, I got mine. What are y'all
Ooh.
saying?
Wisconsin.
Wait, don't say yes or no yet, though. Don't say yes or no until we all do it. Then we'll
Yeah,
see.
I'm saying Ohio.
I was
Eric.
saying Michigan.
How about you, guys?
Yeah, I was going to say Michigan.
Yeah, me too.
3 Michigans. Wisconsin and what did you say?
Ohio. Which one?
Well, what is it?
Yes, it's Michigan.
Yeah.
Michigan.
What else? What were you going to say that was too easy?
She said she thinks hers is too
Michigan.
easy.
Bobby, did you have one? Oh, that
Like,
was
what
the
were the
one.
other
Yeah,
She
she
thought
thought
that
Great
those are
Lakes
the
would
2
be
words
too
that were
easy.
really easy.
But there's so many to choose
The
from.
Great
Right,
Lakes.
Yeah, 'cause-
there's so many states that hit it.
Right.
Could have
I
said
think
that-
all those states hit the Great Lakes. But you think of the Great Lakes, Michigan, yeah.
Michigan.
I'm trying to think of what else would be in Michigan. Mackinac Island. I know
Detroit.
that.
Wolverines.
Yeah.
Isn't that the...
Yeah.
The Wolverines.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Island,
Rolla, you're right.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Sadness and
Oh,
shame.
that's Detroit. Like
Square
Jam.
Pizza.
Flint.
Sadness and cars.
Yeah, but if you say a city, that would
Bad
really give it
water.
away.
Yeah, yeah.
Bad water.
Bad water. There you go.
You said bad water.
Now we know.
All right, Lindsay, that was great. Great Lakes from
Bad
Michigan. Thank you so much. If you're just tuning in, we're asking you to tell us 2 words that describe your state.
That you grew
We're
up
going to
in.
guess that state. David is up next at 713-390-KRBE. Hi, David.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
David. So what are the two words?
Beach and valley.
All right, well, I'm writing mine down.
All right, I got
Valley.
Beach
Okay.
and valley. Okay, I'll just start.
ahead.
I say California. What do you say?
I said California.
California.
That's what I was saying.
I just watched the Arnold documentary, so I got to say it like he would say it. California.
Is it?
So did I.
Yeah.
We all got it.
We got that one,
And
David.
by the way, on
I have
Netflix,
another.
that's
I have
a
another
really good
state
one.
that I grew up in though too. as
Okay.
well.
Oh, tell us.
All right, what's that?
Tabernacle Choir.
Oh,
Utah?
Is it? I don't know. Where's the Tabernacle
that's where the
Choir?
Mormons are.
Yeah, well, you saw it
Yep.
when we were in
Yeah.
Utah.
Yep.
Remember we went to Salt
We
Lake
did.
City?
Utah,
Salt
we're
Lake
right,
City?
It
correct?
is Utah.
Yeah.
You see that big
There you
church
go.
thing? They have,
Tabernacle
We saw
Choir.
that?
yeah, well, we drove by it when we were going to
Oh, I don't remember that
Park
at all.
City. Yeah.
Tabernacle Choir.
yeah.
Okay, nice.
I wouldn't have guessed Utah.
Magic underwear.
What is that?
That's the Mormons. They wear
Why
magic
is it
underwear.
magic?
They have magic underwear.
I don't know. I want some. I
I
don't
have
know
to
where you
Google
get
that
yeah,
now.
yeah.
I don't know.
Can you get that at Walmart there, like next to the Hanes? Magic underwear? I don't know.
What are y'all talking about? I've got to
I
know
have
what
no
the
idea.
story is.
They wear magic underwear.
They're special garments.
It's like
that
an undergarment.
protect them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks
Yeah.
like a gigantic diaper for.
Okay.
That
David.
sounds comfy.
I just heard
Thank
magic
you,
underwear.
David.
Look at that.
Amazing. All right, let's go to Kathy is on the line, 713-390-KRBE. You're telling us two words that will describe that state, and we're going to guess the state. Hi, Kathy. Good morning.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
we can. Go ahead.
Okay, my two words are best diners.
Oh, I got it. Okay, can I say what I
Okay,
wrote?
yeah.
New Jersey. I say New Jersey.
Don't say yes or no
Don't
yet.
say yes
Oh,
or no.
she already said
She already said
Darn it.
I said New Jersey,
Go ahead,
too.
Johnny.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I said it, too.
We all said it.
New Jersey has got tons of diners.
Really?
Yeah.
And they're all good in their own right. All of them.
Are they
From
the kind
South
that-
Jersey to North Jersey, all
They
over
look
Jersey.
like
it's all diners.
they're long and cylindrical and
Like that Goody Company one over
yeah,
there.
it almost kind of look like a train boxcar.
Not
all of them.
Not all of
no,
them,
there's
but
like
a
they
lot
look
of
like
them.
just regular restaurants. They're really big, like a House of Pies on steroids.
59 Diner. It's huge.
Oh,
Yeah, they're big. And most of them
missed
are owned
that
by
place.
Greeks, which is hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, I used to, my first time when I moved to Philly to do radio, my first gig was in New Jersey at a diner, but it was a club at night. So weird.
Oh, wow.
I wish I remember the name of it.
I have a
Anyway.
stack of pancakes and I'm loving that.
Yeah, exactly. 713-390-KRBE. We're going to Carl next. We're getting two words to describe a state, and we're guessing the state. Now, when we guess the state, don't say the name yes or no until we all guess. Hi, Carl. Good morning.
Morning. How you doing?
Hey,
Awesome.
great. So what are your two words?
Cherries and mitten.
Mittens.
Cherries and
Cherries and
mittens.
mittens.
Cherries and mittens.
So it's going to be super cold.
All right, I've written down mine.
Mittens.
What do you guys
Three little kittens they lost.
write down?
I say Washington.
Same. I put
Yeah.
Washington
I don't
State.
know why, but I think it's cold up there, and they look like they might.
But,
it might be too cold for
I
cherries.
thought
though.
cherry blossoms
Dang
were in D.C.
it. Ooh, yeah.
Yes, but we're talking cherries. Cherries.
Actual cherry.
Cherries.
Where's that cherry place from at Nutcracker?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I can't remember where that
I'm
cherry
wrong
place
with-
from, but I still wrote Washington
I'm
State.
still
What did you
locked
write,
in
Ryan and
Washington.
Sam? What'd y'all write?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. What'd you write, Ryan?
I was thinking Washington State as well.
Okay, we all think Washington State and Wisconsin. What state are you talking about at Cherries and Mitten?
Y'all, you blew it.
We blew
University of Michigan, cherry capital of the world.
Michigan?
And Michigan,
Wow.
it's in the shape of a mitten.
Oh
me
my
look
God,
at
I
it.
have to look at it now. I never thought of it like that. We blew it.
Let me look at the
Michigan coming up 2 times. Cherries and mitten. I had no idea to look at it, and it looks like the shape of a mitten. Well,
Yeah,
thanks
you
for
look
that.
at it.
Well, thanks, Carl. Now we learned something new.
I love him.
I learned
You
the
blew
duck
it.
capital of the world was Arkansas, and that Michigan is the shape of a
Well,
mitten.
supposedly the cherry capital.
I like it. I like it.
never did that.
blew it, diphead. I know that I worked at the cherry cannery growing up.
Oh, yummy.
Wow.
Are you sick of cherries then, Carl, or you actually like
yeah, were
them
you
more?
eating them while you were packaging them?
No, I did not eat them while I was packaging them. But yes, I love cherries.
Oh, great.
I love maraschino cherries,
Yeah.
you know, the chocolate-covered cherries.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And when I worked up there, I went into one of the places where they were preparing them, and I swore I'd never eat them again because it stunk in there.
And yeah, I never thought of it, Carl, but Eric just pulled up the picture and it looks like a mitten.
Or it looks like a dinosaur, like a puppet. They could put their hand
like a hand
looks
puppet?
like a mitten.
That's cute.
Well, I mean,
we
come
all
on,
learned
think
something
about
new
it.
today about
Italy
the
looks like a
States.
boot.
I didn't realize Michigan, like how it's separated here. Like way up here, there's another part of it.
Oh, I did not know that either. Look at me.
Like a North Michigan.
It's geography.
Yeah, it looks like it should be
Like,
Canada.
geography.
in North Korea and South Korea. It's like North Michigan.
Well, y'all go to the listener line.
North Michiganders. They're not allowed to come down here.
Yeah, y'all go to the listener line and then take a pause and tell us the name of the state after you give the 2 words at 713-278-VENT. Coming up next, we're having a Roula and Ryan's Roses update to see what happened after last Thursday's
Maritza.
chaos with Maritza, and you'll get it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
It's Ram season, which means it's time to serve with Ram 1500, Ram 3500, and Ram TRX. Hurry in now for great deals on the trucks that are built to serve. Right now during Ram season, get 10% below MSRP on the purchase of a 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Contact dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 5/31/23.
Self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Do not forget, 1 hour from now, the summer of 2023.
The summer of 2020 free, guys, for you 3 times a day to win something fun, 820, 120, and 520, and that makes you a finalist for $10,000. Your first chance is an hour from now, and you're going to be up for passes to Houston Axe Throwing, tickets to see Dave Chappelle, and a $100 gift card to eat at Lazy Dog. It's a Father's Day prize pack up for grabs at 8:20 this morning for the summer of 2020 free.
Now, time for a Roula and Ryan's Roses update. We're going to do this on the air. 104.1 KRBE.
Okay, parental discretion is advised. Maritza and Scott, they'd broken up for 6 months. During that breakup, he started dating somebody named Beth, but then that ended and he got back together with Maritza. However, she saw on his phone, he sent a text to Beth that said, God, I miss seeing you naked.
That's not obvious. So in case you weren't sure how that was going to go, and let's pick it up just to recap you from last Thursday as Maritza is listening in to what Scott wanted to do with the free roses he was receiving.
Beth, can't wait to see you after work tomorrow. Put a heart on it.
Hi, Scott. Beth? I thought that it was you and me, and now you're sending flowers to her?
Well, because we work together, and the fact that we did have a relationship, I don't want her to feel awkward around the office, so I'm sending her flowers just to let her know that everything's cool.
Romantic red roses with a heart.
Well,
that's real friendly.
I'm just trying to make it easier on all of us by sending these flowers.
Oh, you know what? Way there, Scott.
Come on, Scott. Think of one. Think of a story for us.
Look.
Oh, man, you're busted,
look,
dude.
I can send flowers to whoever I want for every reason I want. Okay?
Yeah, but not when you're dating somebody. Maritza, can you tell him what you found out?
I found that you've been flirting with her and texting her for these last 2 months. I saw your text a week ago telling her that you missed.
Whoa, wait a minute. You've been going through my phone?
You can take your flowers. You can take your phone.
Hold on. You've been going through my phone?
Out of our place. I want you out by 5 o'clock, or I'm throwing yourself out the window.
Okay. You know what? I'll be out by 5 o'clock. I'll be out before that.
Dude, you sent this girl a text that said you miss seeing her naked while you're dating a different girl.
Mm-hmm.
Look, this is none of your guys' business.
Well, she's made it our business now because she's come to us to try and get answers she otherwise couldn't find herself. So that text was super inappropriate.
You know what, Scott? You know what else I'd like to know? You know what, Scott? I'd like to know if Beth knows that you and I are back together and we've been sleeping together and you've been telling me that you love me and you want to be with me. Does Beth know all of that? Because guess what? She's going to know now.
I'm not talking about this on the radio anymore, okay? I'm not talking about this on the radio.
Oh.
He just basically couldn't figure out which one of you he wanted.
Well, if she's smart, then he won't get either of us.
And Scott, you're still on the phone. Do you deny that? That you just really weren't sure if you're still into Beth?
I'm not saying anything. I'm not talking about this on the air. I'm not talking about it here.
You already did. You already dug your hole. Wait till she hears this. It's going to be great. We're both going to leave your punk ass and you'll be by yourself.
Well, there you go. He just hung up on us.
Okay, so I guess that relationship is over, right? I mean, there's no way y'all are going to be together after this phone call. He's so mad, and he's just like, hedging his bets like Ryan said, so why would he stick around with you? Why would you want to stick around with him?
Yep.
You should call this Beth girl. Something tells me that he never told her about you.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking too. That came to me at the end. I bet she doesn't know.
I mean, a lot of times when you break up with somebody, if you're still around them and you're trying to keep it flirty, maybe you always have hope. If your dude broke up with her, she might still have hope.
He probably said, Beth, can we slow things down a little bit? Let's just go back to being friends. And then, maybe down the line, we'll see if this can work again. Meanwhile, he's just trying to experiment and see if everything's going okay with you, Maritza, if that, you guys could restore things. But I think he was playing both of you.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. So, a couple days have passed. Let's find out what's going
happened? So we welcome Maritza back to the phone. We thank her for checking back in with us to tell us what's been going on since we last heard from her. And here she is now. Good morning, Maritza.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. So what happened after that phone call?
Well, I went back to the house with a couple of my girlfriends so that I wouldn't be alone, and he was moving his stuff out, and he did get all of his stuff out. And then I found Beth's number, and I called her.
Really?
And what we thought was true. She had no idea that we were still together. She told me that they actually hadn't broken up. So crazily enough, we met for a drink, and we showed each other's texts that he had been sending her, that he'd been sending me. So she saw all the texts that he'd been sending me during work, being like, I love you, I'm so glad that we're back together. And then we were able to see minutes later, he was texting her and being like, oh, I'm thinking about you.
He was playing you both because he couldn't figure out. He was basically sampling you both, trying to figure out which is the one that I want to stick with.
But do you think that she's hooked on with him now? You think that even though she saw that, some girls were like, oh, yeah, I win. This guy's a winner. Or some girls were like, wait a second, you were going back and forth. He loses both girls. Which way do you think this is going?
No. She dumped his ass. He played her too. He didn't just play me. He played her. He was telling her oh, I can't wait to see you. They've never officially broken up. And then he never told her that he was actually back with me.
Man, he had it coming, though. He was playing both of you. He certainly deserves to lose both of you.
Yep. So crazy turn of events. And now we're actually starting in a weird way. We've kind of started a friendship.
The mutual hatred of Scott friendship.
God, no kidding.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Club population, too.
It sounds like you got your head on straight about where you should be going. Because some people, I'll tell you honestly, you could be caught in a weak moment. You've been dating somebody back and forth. Obviously, you have a lot of strong feelings for that person. And if they do you wrong, they could really grovel and really show some remorse that will convince somebody to say, okay, I believe you. I'll give you another chance. Sounds like Scott doesn't have that kind of chance. So
no, it doesn't.
Good.
But you know what? Initially, you told us you guys were together for 2 years and that you broke up for almost 6 months. That's a long time to be on a break and actually successfully put things back together. Don't you think at a certain point when, I don't know, Roula, how long do you think is too long before you can actually get back together?
I can't say blanket statement because we've talked to people over the years who were separated for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they got back together 3 years and they found each other again. I don't know the answer to that.
Well, I guess 6 months was too long in our case.
Yeah, but I don't think that he ever really, I think that he was seeing this girl all along and that he initially wanted to. Which one was it? Was it you or him that actually asked for the break?
It was both of us. I mean, I could tell that I really wasn't happy. There was some distance.
See, the distance was, I think, this is my theory, is that he was seeing this girl. That he was actually cheating on you.
Or had an eye for this girl already in the office. And I was like, oh, let's take a break. Okay, well, whatever it is, you now know that it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Onward and upward. You just go to the next step now, find somebody new, or like I said,
or don't find somebody new. Just find some time to yourself and then, see what happens.
Because unfortunately what happens here, Maritza, a lot of people who have been done wrong like you, they lose trust in the opposite sex. So I hope that it doesn't get to that point. Because it does feel like crap to be two-timed like that. So hopefully it doesn't ruin you on other people.
Well, thanks, guys, for helping me out. I don't know if I could have done it without you.
And thank you for checking back in with us so we could catch up on what's been happening. So take care of yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You too. All right, Roland Ryan's Roses every Thursday morning at 7 a.m. We give you a new one.
You never know what you're going to get, though. And a lot of people, when we asked that original question a long time ago, I think, didn't we have somebody who we were saying that if you break up because of a cheat, it's one thing. But if you break up because you were supposed to get married, something happened, and y'all say, well, let's take a break, that one never comes back. Like, you're going to get married, and y'all say, let's take a break, that one doesn't come back.
Can you be engaged, call it off, and just go back to dating? I think you can.
Depends how many people know about. Is your whole family? Did you have one of those celebrations?
Huge like surprise proposal. Then 4 months later, like, well, I'll just.
I bet you could, but I bet it doesn't work out later on
for a while.
No, it doesn't. In the end, there's going to be problems that resurface.
I mean, there's a reason it's called a break up for a reason, right? Because it's broken.
True. Yeah. Good point.
It's broken.
Well, look at you, Eric. Though you broke up with your now wife, 4 times before it finally took.
I didn't break up. For the record, she's the one who dumped me 4 times.
He wasn't doing the breaking up.
Yeah.
He was just getting broken up with.
And I tell guys this: if you want to get that girl back, let them see that you're happy somewhere else. Sometimes that's a wake-up call for.
I know. The second they see you moving on and prospering,
he's not pining.
Then
for
they
me.
want you back.
Yep.
People always want what they can't have.
Although it doesn't work the opposite way. If there is a girl who is doing great, the guy's like, it's great. I'm gonna go propose to the next girlfriend I go out 3 days with.
I do think you're onto something there, Roula.
For 5 years.
Like, I mean, if you see her moving from a guy perspective, if like an ex has moved on and they're dating somebody else, I'm not going to want them back.
You're like, well,
but don't they always say men want like the hunt? Isn't that the ultimate hunt?
You always want what you can't get.
You want to go after that.
Mm-hmm.
That you lost her to someone else. You want to try and get her back.
But it makes you sick to your stomach. Didn't it make, Eric, I remember you, when she started to go out like without you, it made you sick to your stomach.
Yeah, she went out with somebody I thought was a really close friend of mine.
Ooh, he broke the guy code?
Yeah.
Wow. When did you find this out?
Roula.
Well, she wasn't dating Roula.
I don't know anything. I don't know.
Roula took her out to go trolling for guys.
I didn't see anything.
Halloween night, they all went out in their little outfits.
Oh, that's when you got sick to your stomach.
Yeah. And then what'd she do? What a great friend. Hey, here's the photos.
So Roula sent you photo proof.
We were doing the show.
We didn't have smartphones. I actually developed physical pictures and show him.
I'd use the restroom.
Look how much fun this was. She was a sexy cop.
Sergeant Sexy or something.
And then
and Roula had gone out with her that night.
Yeah, they were kissing boys.
Halloween. We're like, let's go find some cute boys to kiss on.
And she showed me the photos. Imagine that, Sam.
I was like, see,
Mark,
this is why you don't
Kevin
want
goes out
this.
with Mark.
You guys are on a break, and he hooks Mark up with a bunch of other chicks.
I would punch you in the trachea.
Yeah, the kid goes, hey, look at Mark.
I know you would. Oh, damn.
I'd be like, this is not making me feel better, Kevin. I'm like, is this not showing you that like she's moving
So
on?
you're
You should
saying
also move on.
Roula does not abide by that code.
You should have punched her in the trachea.
I was too busy. I was in the bathroom.
This is too good. I'm not letting this go.
Oh, man.
I'm not his bruh. I'm girl. I'm not boy.
At
So
that
there's
point,
no code for me.
I think
man
it depends
code.
on who you're closest to in
It's
the
a friendship
relationship.
code.
Yeah.
We were only like 6 months into the show back then.
Were we?
No, we were longer
You
into
guys
the
were in
show.
Yeah, because
it
he
was
came to
June?
the show in.
Or maybe it was the next year.
No, yeah,
Because we
exactly.
had the other building.
Because
on.
we had
Moved
started
that
this.
building.
You started in April, and that summer we went on that
It
trip.
was June,
In a few weeks, it'll be 20
and
years.
by
from now.
October they were broken up. Yes, it was that first one, wasn't it?
No, it was the next year. So
It was the
but
next
still,
year.
I knew you, yeah.
Year
I
and
knew
a
you
half
long
in.
time.
You betrayed
screwed me
Eric.
over. What the hell?
Hey, I'm also the one that told him, listen, I can't watch this carnage anymore. Just if it's fourth time breakup, should stick. I did because I was like, I just
See how
hate
hurt I
to
was.
see him go back and forth like this.
I can understand that.
So I was like, just let it stick this time. And then he introduced us to somebody else, and I was like, oh, Lord.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Where's that other girl? let's get that other girl back. Anyway, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, if you have been sharing passwords, well, remember how when Netflix wanted to crack down on that?
Yes.
To get their money. It actually is working. They're making a ton of cash.
That's not good for everybody else.
They're
No,
making
I got
a
booted off
lot.
mine. I can't watch Netflix anymore.
Who are you sharing a password with?
My mom. I'll tell you about it.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
tell
do
you
next
about
in
it.
Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Introduce
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, 8:20, we're going to do the summer of 2020 free. If you're just hearing this for the first time today, 8:20, 1:20, and 5:20, we give you something fun to make you a finalist for $10,000. Father's Day is this weekend. Father's Day is this weekend.
Or in other words, just Sunday.
Father's Day. It's a Father's Day prize pack. We're giving away $820. It's passes to Houston Axe throwing, tickets to see Dave Chappelle.
Nice. That's fun.
And $100 to eat at Lazy Dog. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so let's get to Netflix, shall we? Netflix decided to crack down on password sharing. And they thought, okay, well, if you're sharing your password, you are not going to be able to do that anymore. And we're going to just, retool the entire system. And a whole bunch of people freaking out they'd lose their Netflix then started signing on their own. They started enforcing the crackdown on May 23rd. Over the next 6 days, Netflix averaged 73,000 new signups per day.
Oh, wow. Cha-ching!
And then on the 26th and the 27th of May, they got 100,000 on those days. That's the most signups since early 2019. The spike is also bigger than what they saw in March and April of 2020 when everyone in lockdown was like, I need something to do.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get my Netflix on. They also saw an increase in cancellations, but the new subscriptions more than made up for that. So, Kevin, what happened with you and yours?
I texted my mom yesterday saying I could not get on Netflix. It indicated that I am not in the household in which it came from, in which it was logged in on.
Right.
So I texted my mom. Well, she jumped on it immediately.
Okay.
We got on the phone with T-Mobile first because we purchased it through T-Mobile. 2 different accounts, 2 different states. They were like, yeah, you can do that. And we did.
Wow.
Well, now they cut it off. So T-Mobile gets on the phone with Netflix. Then we have a 4-way conversation.
Oh,
and that is
wow.
very fun.
How much time did this take?
This was probably about an hour.
So you really don't want to pay for your own Netflix account.
No.
At that point, I'll be like, here's $10.
Yeah, I know. I can't handle
the
that.
end of the day,
Yeah.
we cannot get it. We cannot make it happen.
No
And
way.
so, I feel like we've been bamboozled.
Aw.
And now I probably have to be one of those people that sign up, for the...
Of all the
10.99
streaming
or
services, though, Netflix is the most essential. I mean, it really is the best. It's got the best programming, the best shows. I'm telling you, Eric, you're going to love this.
Pretty solid.
Hulu is not as good, though.
I don't know,
It's just
if you
not
like
quite as
TV, because it's got shows that are actually on TV
right now?
Yeah,
the
if
next
you're-
day, so you don't have to
But
even The
Hulu
Bachelor.
keeps disconnecting me, so I'm
Oh.
kind of over
Oh, really?
Hulu right
Sorry
now.
about that.
That's right.
Is it because y'all share
Shut
password,
up.
Sam?
What?
Is it because y'all password share?
Yeah, I wonder if Hulu is cracking down.
So wait,
They keep
don't
logging me off.
I know you have to share a password of
You
Netflix.
shut your
with
mouth.
somebody.
I know there's no way you're paying for it.
Any of
They
hers.
are listening.
Yeah,
Of
so-
course I pay for my own.
So who's getting booted from your
how
Netflix
you not
or their
booted?
net? Yeah, who's getting booted?
Mark and I are getting booted.
You're getting booted? Okay.
And who's the main person that y'all are feeding off of?
My brother-in-law.
Okay.
Oh,
So it's in the family.
See, I'm worried I'm going to get booted because I gave my password to my daughter, who I'm pretty sure
Yeah, but
probably
your
gave it to
name
my
is
ex-wife.
on the
And
You're
now-
not going to get booted if
And
you're the
now-
one paying for
And
it.
you're the one paying
one of them's
for it.
getting booted. Hopefully it's my ex-wife. But
Yeah, go with your kid.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you, you've got to watch that Schwarzenegger documentary, though, on Netflix this weekend. It is like the
All the
most
things to
interesting.
watch. I don't know if
I know, but it just is so.
I watched it. It
It's
was
so
really good.
inspirational and
I want to see
riveting.
Extraction, too.
How much did he
really
talk
good.
about
When's that come
cheating
out?
on his wife?
He
and
did.
having
He
a-
didn't sugarcoat anything at all.
No, I know he does, but how does he?
That ended his marriage.
I don't think of the inspirational part being, the end of his run as like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger has been marred by. He would just basically sleep with
What
anybody.
refreshing
and
that he
anything.
owns it, though. that
No, he
owns the
did, and
mistake.
he's like, I blanked up. He goes, I really made a horrible mistake, and it's cost me dearly. And he's just, you watch it and make your own decisions. But I mean, it's very interesting. It's a really good documentary.
I might have to keep going back to my Seinfeld repeats. I actually found one I hadn't watched yet. I was like, okay, it's just noise in the background.
If anyone knows how to get around this Netflix thing, do I VPN to my mom's house or what was this?
That's a lot of effort.
Really,
Eric, Kevin,
being
just
frugal.
give $10.
37530.
No, time is money. You're wasting
I'm already
so much
paying
time.
T-Mobile.
How about a birthday gift? Your birthday's in July. We can all chip in and get you 1 year.
Yes, we're going to chip in to get Ahmad some Beyonce
$3
Renaissance
each.
tickets. We can chip in to get Kevin Netflix.
Yeah, I'll just give you the $3 if you shut the hell up.
Here we go. Time for the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
All right, it's brought to you by Dunkin'. So this week is going to feature some very high temperatures. Today it's going to get up to 98, but they're saying Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we will be in the 100-degree range or above. It could feel as hot as 115 degrees on Father's Day weekend. That is not fun. So Chronicle just put out an article, and I know we've talked about this in the past throughout the years, what some of the most famous streets in Houston, who they're named after. For instance, Kirby. Did you know that Kirby is actually named for John Henry Kirby? He's a Houston lumberman who had the Kirby Lumber Company. So that anytime you go down Kirby, it's because of this guy. He owned 300,000 acres of East Texas land. Westheimer is named after Michael Louis Westheimer, who was a German entrepreneur, came to Houston in 1859. He traded flour. He owned farmland right where Lamar High School is now.
It's a farm to market road, 1093.
Yeah, so that's how Westheimer.
1093.
And T.C. Jester, Thomas C. Jester, was a preacher at Baptist Temple in the Heights. He led the church from 1927 until his death in 1950. He built his church right there along West 20th. So that's why you have T.C. Jester, named after Thomas C. Jester. Now, over 1,400 guns were collected at Houston's fourth gun buyback program on Saturday at NRG, making it the most successful of the three buybacks. Now, this amount, adding it all up together, 4,200 guns with all four events have been combined. They combined those numbers. 4,200 guns have been collected. According to the data, after the first couple of gun buyback events, violent crime went down in the 3rd Ward and in A-Leaf. So they are succeeding with these. So if you got old guns and they do this again, like I think they even give you $50 for like a broken gun, like that doesn't even operate. They just want to get all the guns that they can. And that's what's going down in H-Town.
It's Father's Day weekend coming up this weekend, guys. So we're going to open up the phone lines at 713-390-KRBE. You know, you've heard of, I've become my mother and I couldn't believe it. Well, how did you become your father? What are you doing that you're like, oh my God, I sound like my dad? Whether your dad is still with us or not, what is something you have found yourself doing?
Sometimes when I answer the phone, my dad always did
become
this.
your father.
It'd answer, go, yellow.
My dad does that too.
Oh, my God,
I
no.
love it. I hope you do that, Aaron.
Oh, I had a huge revelation this weekend, how I became my dad.
That must be, my kids won't answer phones, we'll text.
Yeah.
So you can't say yellow. I can't do it.
Yellow. 713-390-KRBE. How have you become your father? We'll talk to you next on The Roula and Ryan Show.